What is going on, man? What a glorious day to be alive. What a glorious day to be in the crypto space. Thank you for joining me on this journey, all three of you. I appreciate it very much. You have no idea. Let's get into some shit. So, a couple things going on. We have a project, an NFT project called Pixelmon. They are getting ready to come back. How are they going to do it? They're going to do it via fractionalized NFTs. We will get into that in a minute. We have the new layer base. It is just lighting the absolute ecosystem on fire. Will it replace Solana? There is a bunch of jockeying for position. Solana seems to be the runner. We've got some talk about Polygon. We've got some talk about Base. It is going to be an interesting race. And we have Elon. He sent out a tweet saying he misses Vitalik Buterin. Vitalik has been spending his time on a decentralized platform, very much like Twitter, called Farcaster. If you were not familiar with it, do some research, check it out. It is an interesting platform. There are some gigabrains behind it. The conversation on there is a bit different than Twitter. It is interesting and engaging and thought-provoking, all at the same time. Chaos to clarity, noise to narrative. It is Tuesday, March 26th, and it is time for some rare bits. Today, the Crypto Greed and Fear Index is an 81. We are up 6 degrees from yesterday. We are riding that extreme greed zone, which we absolutely love. NFT sentiment is up. Also, we're up to a 53, which is very healthy for our ecosystem. We were in the cold zone for, I want to say, for about 2 years, and we have not fully thought out, but we are on our way to doing so. Top search term for crypto for the normies is a token called RIO, ticker sign RIO. It is up 152% on the 7-day. I usually do some due diligence as soon as it hits my radar 2 or 3 times before I jump in. This could be just a flash in the pants. I am making you aware of my research. Top NFT search term is ICP NFT Marketplace. Again, it is a new NFT marketplace that is trying to kick up some dust. I have not seen them on the timeline anywhere but from the normies search. Bitcoin dominance is up. Ethereum dominance is up. Sales volume for Ethereum, Solana, and Bitcoin, they are all off the charts. We have about 26 days to the Bitcoin halving. And before we get into some more news, let's check some numbers for the nerds. And if you guys haven't gone to my website and purchased a t-shirt, it helps keep oil in the engine. This is an awesome t-shirt. The future is decentralized. It is on my website. You can find a link at the end of this program. Like, share, do all the things that nice people do when you're watching a YouTube thing. I'm new at this, so I'm just trying to get it going. Look at that heat map. Holy moly. It is green, the color we love. Everything is up. We've got a couple coins that are down for the moment, but really not much. Toncoin is up. Toncoin is down for the moment. It's down 7%, but it has been up tremendously in recent days. So let's see what we're talking about. This is our crypto market cap. It is nice to see. Scrolling down a bit, we have Bitcoin currently trading at $70,000, 257 cents. $70,000, $70,257. $70,257. I did some technical analysis this morning, and the top end of the resistance for Bitcoin was about $74,000. And it is so impressive to just see the top end of the chart getting so high. We've been waiting so long for this. Ethereum is trading at $3,605. BNP is trading at $585, and our friend Solana is at $192. Everything is looking good, though we have turned red on the hour for some of these coins. Nothing is alarming. And you know, while we're here, I am going to get a quick look at my watch list. So these are some of the alternative coins that I gamble in and watch. We have the top coins up top, but some of the more interesting ones that you guys may not be aware of. We have Render, Injective, Dogwoof Hat, Celestia, Floki, Say, Sui, Jupiter, Bonk, Helium, Book of Memes, Mogcoin, Wen, and Miro. So a couple of things that are interesting. We see Wen, it's just had a pretty good jump. Wen is going to be listed on Bybit coming up, I believe, on the 29th. That is a centralized exchange that should add some positive price activity to this. Mogcoin, I am just a fan of this. I've been slowly DCAing into this. I will continue to do so. I think this has a long-term trajectory. Book of Memes. This came out. It stormed out. I am currently out of this coin. A lot of people did really well on this. It's interesting to see if it's going to stick around. We have the Helium token, which is just red across the board, down 24% on the month. Is this a time to buy? Helium token is really interesting. You can learn, you can earn this token as part of this Helium network, this HNT network. It is a kind of a decentralized free self-service. If you have a phone that operates on the Helium network, you can make free calls within this network. And if you have a phone, you can also be a part of the network. And if you are becoming a part of this mesh network to enable other people to make phone calls, you can earn this token. So this has a good long-term play to me. It's interesting that it's down. I might do some due diligence on this and see why it's just been in the red when everything else has just been pumping. We have Bonk. This is a great token. It's number 67 on market cap. This continues to surprise people in the ecosystem. They have been absolutely creative with their way to emerge that token into different products, whether it be NFTs, physical products like the Solana phone. There are a bunch of different applications that they have utilized to get their name out there, and it's interesting to watch them rock. Jupiter, this is a great coin. I was talking to friends about getting into this at about 52 cents. I see this continuing its upward trajectory. Sui and Say, I like them both. Floki, Celestia, Dog with Hat. I think this has, man, I remember watching Dog with Hat as it crested $1, and we were all cheering. It was the first dog coin to pass the $1 mark. So seeing this coin trade above $3 is just spectacular. It's number 44 in market cap. We do the Dog with Hat. I don't know why I keep saying Dog. Dog with Hat community has raised enough money to put the dog on the Vegas sphere. So it will be interesting to see if that really just catapults interest in this coin. It is one of my holders that I will just continue to bag hold for a bit. I just think it's good. And while we're here, also, this is another list that I look at quite frequently. These are the top AI projects by total value locked on Solana. And let's just go through the top of them. We have RaceFi. This is a gaming token. Nobody is talking about this. Soldex. Nobody's talking about this. Anything that deals with AI and DeFi on the Solana ecosystem, to me, seems like a no-brainer. We have a P2P validator. We have Marble Labs. They're Bone Shamans. There's just a couple interesting things that are worth your time and diligence. DYOR. If you go to alphagrowth.io, you can find these top AI projects on Solana. I recommend just doing some due diligence. And I wanted to pull this up. This is just the Ethereum market volume by chain. Why I wanted to pull this up, I'm looking at the Ethereum NFT mints. And if we take this to all times, so we're looking at basically the span from 2019 to 2024. And we are, as far as Ethereum goes, we are at our all-time low as far as mints go. So is this something that will continue to persist? Do we see a reversal of this? We are on the cusp of, I think, Ethereum running up generously. It will be interesting to see how that affects the art market as we move forward. Now, looking at some of the volume trade wallets across the ecosystem, and I talked about this yesterday, Base is going to become a player in this ecosystem. Keep them on your radar. Their volume is up 96% on the 24 hours, while Solana is down 2% and Ethereum is up 16%. So these are just some interesting numbers to watch. As you can see, the market, this dashboard calls market health as neutral, which I like to see. And then these are the top sales on the ecosystem, which I found interesting. We just had this Autoglyph sell for 75.8 Ethereum. That's $275,000. A couple of Clown CryptoPunks sold as well, and a utility stream for $169,000. Just impressive sales. These are some of the other sales. This is a great website as well, cryptoslam.io. I recommend it. It's chock full of analytics and information that I pull from every single morning. Looking at just some of the top sales on some of the ecosystems, it's really nice. the Ronin network, these Axie Infinities are still selling for close to $10,000. It is just really nice to see. And then just looking at blockchains by NFT sales volume, Bitcoin, again, it's second day surpassing Ethereum in sales volume. For the last 24 hours, we're doing about $16 million, which is $4 million more than the Ethereum, and quite a bit more than the Solana, which is coming in at about 7. So the Bitcoin ecosystem is just rife with activity. We will get into that when we look at the top collections on the ecosystems for Bitcoin. Looking at the top collections for the Ethereum side of thing, which I think is still a good play at the moment, just because everybody is zigging. I chose to zag. I've made some conviction plays on the Ethereum side. I'm hoping the interest, not that it's going to leave Bitcoin, but I think it will. I think we're going to have something is going to happen on the Ethereum side to bring some interest back. And if it is just price go up, that could be enough to respark some interest. So looking at the top 5 collections, we have Pudgy Penguins, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Azuki. They have just surpassed Mutant Ape Yacht Club in market cap. So that was interesting to see. I saw that announcement earlier today. We have Block Games Dice and Milady Maker rounding out the top 5. The Block Game Dice, these are really interesting. There is a farming that is going on for this block token. And if you hold one of these Block Game Dice, it 1,000x's your token allocation. And those numbers might be off, but it does a substantial amount. And these were trading at about 0.75 ETH. They're down to about 0.52 ETH. And so currently they're trading at about $2,000. They were up to about $2,800 not too long ago. So it's interesting to see that. We have Azuki's trading at just about 5 Ethereum. That's $18,000. Bored Ape Yacht Club, $1,369 Ethereum, and Pudgy Penguins trading at 13.4. So Bored Ape Yacht Club is still above in floor price, but not by much. The differential is about $900. So I imagine that will go back and forth as the day moves forward. Top movers on the Solana ecosystem, we have Frogana's Mad Lads, Mutant Mon Homeowners Association, and Game Gladiators, which is a new addition to the top 5. Have not seen that on there for a minute. Their volume is up 291% on the 24-hour with about 444 sales. Is this a whale buying into the collection? Is there activity that I am unaware of? I will do some due diligence and figure out what's going on. Mad Lads trading at about $30,000. Frogana's at that mark 500 US dollars. We're getting back up into the Frogana trades. We're back up to about 9,592 trades in a 24-hour period. The most I've seen in the last month was about 14,300. So just the volume continues to pump on the Frogana's. Now looking at the Bitcoin ecosystem, the Bitcoin puppets, these are the king of the show at the moment. They are trading for 0.3 Bitcoin. That is currently $21,000. They are followed by Runestones, Node Monkeys, RSIC Meta Protocol, and OMB rounding out the top 5. OMB is still trading at 0.385 Bitcoin. Just a glorious collection watching them maneuver. 143 sales for the Bitcoin puppets in the last 24 hours. And then we have Runestones with 1,000 sales in the last 24 hours, 27 pending, just letting us know that interest is still on par with, the interest is huge. And then the other one I just wanted to point out super quick was Game of Blocks on Bitcoin. There were almost 2,800 sales in the last 24 hours. And at this moment, there are 34 pending. There's a ton of interest on that. I am also going to do a deep dive and figure out what the hell is going on with that. And then some other news that I wanted to just get in front of you. I mentioned Pixelmon. They are a blockchain gaming project. They made a surprise comeback under the new CEO, and they are taking a bold step, and they're going to fractionalize their NFTs and see if this can spark some interest in the community. There's a ton of risk involved with all this stuff, but they are determined to reshape their trajectory. I wish them luck in re-engaging that community. As we approach the highly anticipated April Bitcoin halving, there is a cloud of uncertainty. People don't know if it's a buy the rumor, sell the news. Do you buy and hodl? We have Rich Dad Robert Kiyosaki saying he is planning on purchasing pre-halving and he will hold. We have Ethereum Layer 2. I touched on this earlier, the base network. It is just making waves. The TVL, or the total value locked on that ecosystem, is a whopping $2.13 billion. They have done all of that in under a month. The energy on that blockchain is just electric at the moment. For a moment, I thought it might be a fad just because it's a bit cumbersome to get in and out of it. But what I have found is that if you convert your Ethereum to Base Ethereum and just keep that in your Base wallet for future things that are going to happen, it does become cumbersome if you are purchasing ETH into Base or swapping ETH into Base ETH. Sometimes the fees can get a bit prohibitive, but once you get some Base ETH in your wallet, just leave it there because you are going to have uses for it in the future, I promise you. And Bitcoin, we are rallying above $70,000. It makes me so happy. A lot of this is being attributed to a couple things that we call a perfect storm. We have really good outflows from spot Bitcoin ETFs. There's also increased network activity as well as good old altcoin speculation season is in full tilt. We are even hearing rumor that we are going to have some altcoins on the Bitcoin ecosystem, which it seems like the ongoing goal of all this is to clog the Bitcoin network. Will they be successful? The verdict is out. And I mentioned earlier that Elon Musk, he got into a little Twitter tiff with Vitalik Buterin, one of the co-founders of Ethereum. He wants Vitalik to spend more time on his ecosystem, the X platform, but Vitalik is spending his time on Farcaster, which is a decentralized network. It is interesting. There's a bunch of gigabrains over there. I spent some time over there. The conversation is a bit different than it is on Twitter. There's a bunch of things that are worth investigating. I do recommend checking it out if you have not done so. And some of the last things we are going to get into, crypto strategist from he goes by Rekt Capital. He is super bullish at the moment on Shiba Inu, Solana, and Dogecoin. And you guys think about this. Dogecoin is the coin for the masses. It is, I was trading at like 17 cents the other day. That's going to hit $1. To think it's not is ridiculous. So that's an easy 5X. Put money into Doge, sit and wait. It will 5X. I can almost promise you. Well, I mean, that's ridiculous because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm an artist and I just love this stuff. And I'm sharing information that I get from technical analysis, from listening to hours and hours of people talk about what is happening in the ecosystem. And what's interesting is, aside from technical analysis, I follow a lot of social sentiment, and I spend a lot of time in the analytics on what moves people's consciousness. And as we get into the mematics and the meme culture of these tokens, Doge has a great mematic story. It is a lovable dog. Just put it on your list of things to put in your pocket for the interim. We have Bitcoin. Many people are saying it is going to hit 6 figures by September 2024. That is 5 months and 5 days from now. The secret sauce for today is doubt kills more dreams than the failure ever will. Remember, the rabbit hole runs deep. If you are still craving crypto clarity, please subscribe to my Substack today. I hope you guys are enjoying all the things. Stay out of trouble. Be safe. Peace. You guys have a good day.